right, good news. I don't think the chickens died overnight. They're all still there. Although there's no additional chickens, but all the original chickens are still there. And they already gave us some eggs, which is awesome. All right, so we're going to attack today with a solid plan. We can go sell this too. We may grab a very small load of logs here. As we run up to the store, we got to get some food for the chickens. Now that we know this is a dump trailer, I can basically use the forklift, I think, to lift a larger container of sorts, perhaps a big bag or something. I don't know if we need that much, but we'll load up those chickens so they have something to eat, because I think they're down to like 100 liters of food right now. I did a little bit of digging and I found the grass fork that I was thinking about, and then I remember where I saw it. Yeah, it was on a vintage survival series with. Seems like we're always referencing Daggerwin. It's like definitely covers the gamut when it comes to content. Like he's got makes a little bit of everything. But yeah, it was on a recent video that he had actually where I discovered this grass fork, which is fantastic. It holds like 2,000 liters at a time, and allows you to essentially scoop grass and move it. So I think what we're gonna do is there's a silage bunker. Like I think it would fit perfectly with what we've got going on in the woods here. It's lined by tires. You'll probably recognize it when I grab it. I think for about $4 or $5 grand, I can put one of those in. We can go pick up a mower. Oh, I say that. That's provided I can use a mower with my tractor. I think I can. I don't know if I need power to the backside of the tractor. We'll check that out in a sec. We'll just rip through this tree here so we can pick up a couple of bucks this morning. But anyways, yeah. So if we can attach a mower to this tractor, then we'll go mow some of the grass. We'll go mow the lawn, and then we will put the grass into the silage bunker so we can start investing in the future there. And then we'll grab one of those crappy little plows that I was trying so hard to figure out how to avoid in the last episode, but now I think we'll just have to bite the bullet and get one, and then we'll start cutting a field. We'll cut our first field. The nice thing for you guys is that it'll happen for you in quick time. You know, maybe it's a time lapse, maybe it's just a jump cut or something, but for me, I gotta suffer through those 1.5 meter working widths or whatever we end up going with. But all right, so we'll just get the rest of this log, and then we will head into, I don't say head into town, we'll head into the village, I guess, sell the wood, pick up the chicken food first. Then I guess we'll have to pick up the chicken food, then we'll have to go back, pick up a mower and the fork. Oh, it's going to be a couple of trips actually. We'll pick up the mower first, and then head back for the fork. I guess we call it the fork. We're going to call it the fork right now. I got a pretty good idea where I want to put the bunker, and we'll get rolling. I don't know how much it'll hold. Then eventually what we're going to have to do is figure out how to get the grass, the silage out of the bunker, but that'll require some type of shovel. I have to get a tractor with a loader perhaps. Anyways, we'll worry about that in the future because it'll have to ferment and all that stuff. But I mean, that could be a good boost of cash for us if we can get some silage going. There's no question we have grass, and that'll. The nice thing is we can mow. I was talking about how it just pains me to plow over grass when I could be mowing it and making money off of it. Well, that's I think how we're gonna have to do it. All right, so let me blast through this and potentially might try to sneak another half a tree in there just to make the most of our trip. And then I'll probably check back here when we are feeding some chickens.
Man, I always had stories about the city life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. 'cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5, happy with the simple life.
All right, let's see what the first sale of the day is. $3,600, off to a good start. So if you watched the last episode, the packages of wheat or feed for the chickens created some weird glitches. So I'm hoping it's not the trailer, and I'm hoping it's not something else. Oh, that's kind of cool. The boat when it comes into the harbor, it makes a big corner there. That's kind of cool. So let's purchase. Let's shut this off first of all. Let's do this. Let's check. Oh, okay. You can tell I was checking the sale before I came on here. There's nothing new, but that we saw yesterday or the last episode, we saw something just pop up here. So we'll keep our eyes open there. But right now, what I want to do is let's just double check this. How high can this forklift go? Are we getting a big bag, and then, or are we going to get a pallet? I don't think that's high enough for a big bag. Ooh, 1,000 liters. I don't know how much they'll take, but let's get one for now. And we'll just load that right in the back of the trailer. There we go. All right, let's find out if the glitch was the... Nope. If you remember, I don't know if you remember last time, the second the packet of seed or wheat or whatever, the feed got close to whatever it was that it was going to be put into, it just went nuts. It like shot straight up into the air, and then I'd lose the HUD. That's kind of how we ended last episode, was just a bit of a mess. Be nice to eventually get a house and stop sleeping in that tent. All right, birds, here we are. All right, get out of the way. Oh yeah, there's got to be 4 or 5,000 liters probably capacity in the food for those guys, but anyway, that should hold them over. Okay, so here's what I was thinking. Let's put, let's check the water here. Lots of water. Okay, we're good there. I'm gonna say it'd be nice when we get a shed, but I hate backing these trailers up. Okay, so over here, I think is where we're gonna put the pit. It's this one here. Yeah, this just seems like a good spot for it. Just off in the trees here. Relatively flat. I mean, you're $4,200 and it's only charging me $65 for landscaping, so that's pretty good. I'll probably just even it out anyways, but all right, we'll meet you back at the store and we'll figure out what we're gonna do for a mower. Okay, so let's just pop into the store here. So here's what I'm thinking. So I'll tell you, the long term, I have no intention of using a silage pit and working with loose grass at all. I'm not a fan of that at all. But so eventually, what we'll be looking at is, something like even these balers here, 12 grand. That's a pretty good deal. So for $12,000. So we mow, well, obviously I have to get a windrow or something, but to create silage, I mean, for $12,000 for the baler, and then we just make the big sausages. Like these ones here, I'll do square bales. It's not that bad, $35,000, better than these kind of things. So yeah, so for $47,000, almost 50 grand, we can get ourselves a decent setup there. Right now, though, we're going to buy. Where is it? Is it under here? I think I found it in here. I had no idea where this was. There we go. $300. I believe I can just hook that up to the back of my tractor. Yes, I believe all that linkage in the back is how that works. But so for now, let's pick up. I mean, we got some great $1,000 mowers here, but I think what we're gonna do is go this route. Like, should I be concerned? That's what that thing is in the middle, right? PTO? I think we're geared for this. Anyways, remember, I know we're going to say this at least once every episode, that Farming Simulator is a series of disappointments. I guess it doesn't even matter what color we go with, right? It's all the same price. Let's go with the yellow one. Okay, let me hit this should say no, and this one should say regret. Because every time I buy something, I seem to regret the purchase because it doesn't work or something. Did you look at the horsepower? I didn't look at the horsepower. Oh, it hooks up? Oh my God. Okay, remember? Regret. So when it's down, it's good. It fires up, that's good. Can I put a weight on the front of this? That's it? Customize. I don't know if that's enough weight. And I don't know that I can put another weight on the front of this, but let's see. I'm hit and miss with weights. Okay. I think that'll do, because right now all we need to do is get to where we're mowing, and then we put this thing down anyways, so then we hope we can pull it. Let's get ourselves there. Okay, let's just look in our garage here. This says 100 horsepower. Oh, we could be in trouble, folks. Oh my God, are we going to be able to pull this? I think it requires basically twice the amount of horsepower as what we have. Well, like I said before, you won't have to suffer through it other than just to either watch the time lapse or see the finished product after I struggle to complete the job. Yeah, that just doesn't look like it should be carrying this. All right, so here's a question. Where do we want our first field? Do we want to start our first field over here? Or do we want to... No, we should start it up here. We should take this, because this is relatively flat up here. Look, here, where's the edge? Okay, the edge, yo. The edge of our land is basically here. yeah, there's like this area right in here. We could make this our first field and then work our way into here. Cause this is a big hill. There's really no hill here. This is more or less flat versus us going way down into here. So we could put our first field here. It doesn't have to be a big field, but it'll be our first field. And then at least let it get our toes wet. And then we can start to work our way down here. But yeah, I think that might actually be the best idea. This could be usable. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna mow out. Let's mow out the area anyways, and then we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so cross your fingers. Here's where we hope this thing actually works. Turns on. That's good. Oh God, please work. Yep. Let's try something else. This is what I would do in real life if this didn't work. That's weird. Okay, that's called getting a run at it. Oh my gosh, so ridiculous. Never give up. It's bizarre how it's showing me I'm getting those lines underneath there. I don't know why. All right, so we're just gonna have to. So this is not a long-term solution, obviously. Oh God. But at least we're gonna get some loose grass that we can use for our silage pit. This is all about trying to figure out ways to make money. And gaming the system a little bit here. Just keep doing these flybys here. It's like driving on ice. Doesn't have to be perfect because in the end we're just going to end up plowing, right? The whole idea right now is just to get some loose grass, but. All right, let me keep going, and we'll see. Do I need a crash cam? Oh God, come on! All right, okay, we get the picture. All right, there we go. I'm glad you were still here for that. Okay, I'm gonna go to work. I try not to do any more sharp corners.
Yeah, I ain't here to try to change your mind. I'm trying to save your time. In case you're thinking about breaking out the bucket list, girl, you can skip this funny business. Cause up there it's complicated and overrated. Down here everything is understated. That's alright by me. I got everything that I need, but there is breakneck, paycheck, rat race. What's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from. Everybody knows my name. All my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cool night. Yeah, you can keep your 9 to 5, 'cause I'm happy with the simple life.
Man, it's like we turned Farming Simulator into like an old Sega Rally game here. This tractor is all over the place. So I think that what we're seeing, the glowing squares, is telling us that's where the action's happening on the mower. All right, so let's do this. So we're gonna put this pit down. Oh man, I hope everything works according to plan here. So we're gonna put the pit down. We're going to grab the forks to go. I don't know what it's called. We'll find out what it's called. We'll grab the utensil, I guess. The thing we need to go pick up the grass and put into the pit, and then we can mow more grass. Like basically I just mowed that so we'd get a guide of where potentially we want our field to go. Oh, I was gonna check one more thing. Are we, oh, look at that. Ah, man, look at this. So it doesn't even matter really. We can create a field, but what are we gonna plant? What are we, we're in, there's not much farming we can do anyways. So I just can't see wanting to plant corn. So we're a couple months away from being able to do field. Well, you know what? So in saying that, I mean, this is going to sound ridiculous because there's grass everywhere, but we could do a really solid grass field there. Let's, who knows? Maybe we'll be mowing for the next little while. So we're not going to necessarily worry about putting a field in yet, I guess. Let's go get, we're going to go to the store and we'll pick up that rake and then we'll see, let's see just how much, let's see how long it takes to fill that bunker. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer about the season, being the wrong season for for planting. Kind of missed the window there. I should check. Are we on? Yeah, 2 days per month. That should say May 1 or May 2, should it not? I guess maybe it does. We're right in the middle. Yeah, we could plant corn, but I don't really want to plant corn. How do we get the corn out of the ground? Am I gonna have enough money to even be able to harvest whatever it is I put in the ground? We'll be fine. All right, let's get this rake fork thing. I guess we'll keep it red so it doesn't disappear on us. I remember there was a comedian that was talking about how everything on a farm was designed to kill you. Is it a comedian? I don't even remember where I heard that, but when you see things like this, you realize just how true that is. Yeah, look at that. Okay, let's hope this works. I mean, so far, knock on wood, I got a wood desk. So far, the farm simulator being a series of disappointments is not necessarily ringing true here. We did manage to make that mower work, thankfully. The contract problem, I mean, I don't know that the contract problem is necessarily, I had an issue, obviously it crashed and those fertilizer contracts weren't available for me, but well, I looked and there's crops in those fields right now and they're growing. They're in the early stages of growing, so obviously they've been drilled by the field owners and they don't need my help right now, so we'll be watching for something later, obviously. Man, maybe we won't want to help them. Who knows? Man, this thing just looks vicious. You certainly wouldn't want to rear end this tractor. Let's just hope this works. And honestly, I don't know if that pit is the right pit, the one I'm looking at, or whether we should spring for something larger. Once the silage ferments, how do we get it out of there? Can I just sell the loose silage? I should have looked at that. I'm sure with all this grass, there's got to be a place to sell loose silage, not just bales. And then how much grass is here? Look at this. All right, well, let's see how this works. Yeah, nothing too complicated here. Other than I'm going backwards, so everything's opposite. I'm pressing buttons that I didn't want to press. There we go. So I wonder how heavy 2,000 liters is. This is am I going to be able to move? I seem to remember this thing looking ridiculous once it's full. You can feel it starting to weigh us down. All right, let's just not get greedy. Let's take this. Let's go put the... I think that looks good. It's just a big green pillow. It's defying physics right now. All right, let's look here. Okay, this is the area definitely we want to do this. I imagine you'll also notice that so far I've not been paying anything for landscaping. I must have turned there must be a mod that I have on, like, zero cost. I swear I looked to see if I could start paying for landscaping, but I didn't see anything obvious, so I'm getting free landscaping. You know what, that's, I guess, just to offset the hard economy that I'm playing on. Alright, we'll smooth that out. Let's just get the bunker in there first, and then we can worry about that. So we're looking at this one. I wish I would tell you how much it holds. This is manure. 42. I mean, this just looks like it would hold way more. And it just fits perfectly in there. And if needed, if we really fell in love with loose grass farming, we could put another one beside it. All right, let's just get rid of the edges here. We'll smooth this out. There you go, it's like nothing ever happened. There, perfect fit. Okay, so far so good. Now, the hard part, I think, if I recall watching that vintage survival, oh, is this gonna fit width-wise? Was getting it all to, essentially getting it to dump in here. Because eventually, it looked like it became difficult to actually release the stuff. Aha. I'll find, well, since we're doing grass work, why don't I see if we can find some of Cheech and Chong's greatest hits. I'll see you when we fill that sucker.
Oh, I've been long gone, wanna talk to you. I've been hustling for so long. Oh, I've been thinking about the past, and it keeps me going on. Oh, and I can't stop, no, I don't stop. It's only I can see. Even if I end up all alone, I know my destiny. My mama told me we all bleed the same sun. Oh, prejudice and pride don't make you change. Just always remember where you come from. 'Cause I know you were born to break the chain. So I'm on my way. Yes, I'm leaving today. Are you right with me? See, I'm living in that life, but I got a fire that burns so bright. From the back road to the street. I've been long gone for so damn long, so don't tell me that you have to go.
Take my eyes off here for 1 second after all of that, and I hit a tree. Wow, that was a lot of work. My God. So that one patch that we mowed is netting a little bit over 20,000 liters in this bunker here. So I don't know what the capacity on this, what this silo is, but we're at 21, almost 22,000. So maybe it's around 25,000 liters. So the other unfortunate thing when you start doing the math at like so if we got like, because we're on hard economy here, look, max price we get up to is like 189. So what is that, like $3,600? If we were at max price and we had 20,000 liters, it's about $3,600 when we go to sell the silage. So it's not as lucrative as you would sometimes expect. All right, maybe let's fill this. We'll fill the water jug here, and then we'll use that to, we'll take that into the pit, and hopefully that'll help us compact this quickly. But yeah, that's, so I mean, we're sitting with, in all reality, somewhere in the neighborhood of about $3,000 worth of silage once it's fermented. So it's not fantastic by any means. Definitely not the worst, but I mean, when you figure it costs, I think, what, $6,000 to put it in. The mower. Now we're gonna, you don't take the entire expense over one grass harvest and one, like, obviously we're gonna put grass in here more than once, so it starts to average itself out. But when you look at the mower and you look at the rake's only $300, so that's nothing. But it's funny math at the beginning, but over time, hopefully it works. Plus, if we can get some cows, we should be able to make ourselves a nice feed mixture. I don't think you can feed sheep straight TMR. Or straight TMR. I don't think you can feed anything straight silage, can you? I don't really want to spend any money on a roller or anything like that. So we're just going to take our 2,000 liters of water in this rolling can and our tractor, and we're going to go back and forth. That despite that grass rake being a little tedious, I mean, we were back and forth a number of times there. Like, I think I only once had 2,000 liters in the fork. I guess it really did the trick for a small farming, which we're doing right now. It was kind of cool. I remember early on saying I didn't want to progress too fast in this. We just wanted to kind of work through everything. I think that's definitely the case. When you drive and you look at the little farm here, it's starting to look kind of cool. I like the dirt ground, with the sound of like a dog barking in the background and bugs and that kind of stuff. It's got kind of a cool feel to it. I don't know what the trick is here really, other than just driving back and forth. So it's funny, right? At $3,000 a trailer load for wood versus all the work we had to put in to mow and then pick up this grass. You just keep cutting down trees. I think that's the best way to make money, but it does become quite tedious. We'll see what kind of money we make out of the greenhouses. Yeah, I was kind of thinking too, we're really coming up on a couple months before it's time to plant. I think we're going to plant wheat anyways, but it's a couple, or canola or something like that. But it's a couple months, which will go by fast. So we may cut a field anyways, and then we can start prepping it. We can lime the field and that kind of stuff. Might have to cut a couple more trees down too, so we can get. It'd be nice to have, when you think about that John Deere that popped up in the sale, in that $30,000 range, I think there's probably some horsepower there for us at some point. So we kind of want to have money to be ready for it so it doesn't disappear. Green tires. Oh man, we're getting in the orange too we're due for a service. We'll probably, once we got this wrapped, we'll likely load up the trailer and take a load of logs in. So at least we can put a few more bucks in the bank account. If we can get 2 loads of logs in before calling it a day, then that would bring us back up to 30 grand. 99%. Come on. One more. %. Let's get out of this. Like the stains on the ground and everything. Is it R? There. There goes, like 21,000 liters in there. That's good. Let's see what the chickens are up to. So we put 1,000 liters. Yeah, so they're not cruising through very fast, which is good. Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? I should start, instead of music for a time lapse, I should play the news or something. That'd be just depressing. I might as well play a country song about a guy that lost his dog and shot his horse or something. That's probably more positive than what's in the news. Look at that, it's coming along. Starting to look like a rustic little farm. All right, let me attack these and we'll do a final check-in before we sign off.
I go straight from the bank, gassing up the tank, cranking up the radio, playing old Hank. It ain't that long till I'm back at the farm. I'm pulling up the truck down at the dock. It's time to do some cruising, baby, get a little stuck. It's a Saturday joyride, Percy Beast is the spot to take the blues away. We're on a boat, we're feeling fine, drinking Tennessee.
Now, I don't know, but it looks like my tractor's about to implode here. Getting close to engine seizing time, I think. So it'll be time to get some fuel and maybe do a repair. Hopefully the repair is not that expensive, because we just put all this effort into cutting this tree down so we could find ourselves getting closer to, I mean, this wouldn't, usually it's about $3 grand, so it's not going to get us to 30,000, but if we got to spend $3,000-4,000 on repairing this tractor, then that sort of negates all the money we made by bringing this log in here. I just keep losing. Oh man, I knew it. Okay, that's okay. We'll run back over and grab that. I'd love to get a trailer that has straps, and then I'd really love to be able to get to the point where I can put longer logs and not have to cut it into these little chunks. So brutal, but you know what? I can see we can see progress, right? Like I can see where, you know, we now have a couple things going on. I mean, this is really only, what is this, day 3, I guess? So we're struggling along here. The realization that the silage, that pit was only going to make us about $3 grand is kind of tough. $4,000, nice. So you get a $4,000 load like that, and all of a sudden you're thinking, maybe I want to do that again. But all right, we're not going to worry about that. Oh, look, $400, nice. Thank you. All right, we're gonna disconnect this trailer and then go try to put some fuel in there. $40 liters go in there. Okay. We're repaired and we have fuel. So that's not bad. That was only $37 to put fuel in this thing, and it was only like $400 to repair it. So we're not doing too bad there, folks. Okay, while we're here, let's go and do a final. No, nothing to report there. So we managed to, with our 45 horsepower, we managed to pull a 100 horsepower requirement mower. We really got to get ourselves over the 100 horsepower. So maybe we'll see. Let's head back anyways before we do something stupid. I mean, some of those were like 3. All I see is that 3 meter working with, it's going to be 3 times as fast to create that field than with a 1 meter working with. So Maybe on the way back we'll pick these logs up too. Yeah, so I don't know what to tell you about the next episode. Hopefully we'll have maybe we'll have some eggs to sell, and we'll have hopefully some, I mean, it's probably the wrong time of year to sell fruit and lettuce, but, or what do? We did tomatoes and lettuce, so it might be the wrong time of year for that, but we might still give it a shot, trying to generate as much cash as we can. That stuff, I mean, we literally only have to just add water and it'll keep on growing in the greenhouse there, so I'm not too worried about hoarding produce. What? How did it do that? Yeah, sorry, I'm not too worried about hoarding produce for better prices, but this is literally starting to look like a little commune. You know what? There was one last thing we want to do. One last thing. There's always one last thing. And that was to throw down some bees. So my guess is if we put them back around here. Oh, some wildlife. Yeah, I think if we put them around behind the greenhouse, maybe away from the chickens. This is a nice flat area. I don't know if it makes sense to put it right here, especially if we're thinking about maybe putting another silo there. Holy doghouse options. And the name doesn't lie. Small beehive. Doesn't actually say like the difference between a $600 beehive and an $1,100 beehive versus a $2,000 beehive. It doesn't really, other than it just looking different, doesn't tell me how much more you're going to get. So, you know what? Let's start with the $600 beehive. There you go. Be careful we don't get stung. I guess that should do the trick right there. Okay, on that note, I think we're going to shut the tractor off and go plunk ourselves down in the tent for a nice long nap until either later today or tomorrow. At which point we will strategize on how to make a field, because May, June, July, yeah, the next couple of months are going to go by fast, and then we'll want to have a field in. And please note, I still have no house. Even though we said we have a house, we have no house. So I'm going to stop saying we're going to have things, and we're just going to let it all happen. All right, so thanks so much. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.